guys, so what we want to look at today is creating an effect like this. So this is the write-on effect that you would see in a number of different advertisements and bits and pieces. Fairly popular effect, and we'll have a look at one way that you can generate this in After Effects now. So let's just stop this and create a new comp. So go up to Composition and then down to New Comp, and we'll give this a name. We'll call this Reveal, and we'll make this about 2 seconds long with a HDTV 1080-25 composition preset, and I'll just hit OK. And I'm just going to pop a wee background in here, so I'm going to go to Layer, New Solid, and create something that's whichever kind of color background you like, and that's up to you, but I'm going to do a pretty dark grey, and just hit OK, and then OK again. And then what we need to do now is create some text. So I'm using a font here called Stainy, and I've got the personal use only license here, but you can grab whichever font you like. What I'm going to do is type in the word reveal here in the middle of my comp. Reveal, and it doesn't need to be too large because the effect, in fact, it works better with smaller sized font. We can scale it again later, but I'll make it a little bit larger and just pop it in the center of my comp. Now, if you're finding it difficult to get it to the center of your comp, use the alignment tab down here and just hit these two vertical and horizontal center buttons here. So next up, what we need to do is add an effect to this layer called Stroke. So I'm going to grab the effect from my effects and presets here, type in STROKE for stroke, and you can see that that lives underneath the Generate tab. So if we go up to Effects, another place to find it is going to be under the Generate Stroke. So what we can see with this effect is that it will generate a stroke on your layer. So a great ability of this effect is to use it to reveal the image. So if I switch this paint style here from on original image to reveal, you'll see that my text disappears. Now this is because we don't have anything within this layer that's telling the stroke what to show. So we can see here that under the path option here for the stroke, we can add in, or we can select a property. Now that property is a mask. So if we add in a mask to our layer, I'm just going to switch this back to on original image. What we need to do is draw a mask that follows the stroke of our text, kind of like you're handwriting it on, or if you're using a regular font, then you might want to find a fairly logical way for your mask to move around the font. Obviously they're not all going to be connective kind of cursive fonts like this, but you know, you can always make your mask go off the edge and then back up into the font again. It's not a problem. So what I'm going to do is grab my pen tool here and start to draw a mask inside in and around the letters of my font here. So pop a couple of points in here, and you know, really with this, the least points the better. You're going to get a much smoother animation. So I'm just going to try and quickly get these in. It's always tricky to get around that part there. Come up and around, up to the top of the A and then back down again, and come back down here, up to the top of the L and then back down, and off the tail there at the bottom. Now this looks pretty messy. We can tidy this up later. You know, these kind of points here, we may want to move them around to try and fit a little bit further, a little bit better in there. But let's get the effect running, and then we can go and do all the tweaking later. So what I'm going to do is change my paint style here from on original image to reveal original image. And we can see that our text has now disappeared. Now this is because we haven't started any of the animation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push my brush size up a wee bit to about 14. It will be good for now. And now we can see that if I scrub through this... Nope. Something that I've forgotten to do. So what you need to do once you've drawn this mask in, and apologies for having to go back to this, but if we go up to the path option here, what we need to do is switch this path from none to mask 1. Now that mask 1 is selected, we can see that our text is now revealed. So if I now scrub this end property, what we can see is the path is being used to reveal the text. Now maybe we want to tweak the brush size a small amount, so I'm going to drop that brush size down just until I start to see the text being eaten into. So you can see here now that as I go too low, the text is being eaten into. So I'm going to go to about 11 at this stage, and then we may tweak that again later. So I'll scrub through this end value again. It's actually not too bad. So what we can see here is that as I scrub this value, the text is being revealed. So what I'm going to want to do is animate this property. Now you could animate the start if you want to have the text right off as a transition, but in this case we want it to have right on. So what I'm going to do is have my my end property set to 0, and I'm going to hit this stopwatch here to set a keyframe at the start of my comp. I'm going to move forward to the end. It's about 2 seconds long, and then scrub this property up to 100%. So if I press the 0 key to pre-render this this animation, you'll see here that my text is now writing on. Now it doesn't look too bad. We might actually go in and tweak a few of these little mask points to get a slightly cleaner animation. We can see there's a little bit of oddness going on up here. We've got a little bit of the E being revealed a bit too early, and as we scrub through we can see various little parts that we may not want to be revealed so early. I mean, it goes by quite quick, but the more we can refine this, the better it'll look. So what I'm going to do is just bring this all to the full reveal and work my way backwards. So what I can see here, and as I go back a wee bit, we can see that a little bit of the L at the bottom here is being revealed before we even get to that point in the stroke. So what I'm going to do is just adjust these points here. I'm going to move this one around a little bit, and I'm going to grab this one and try and adjust this curve a wee bit so that not so much of the L is being revealed. In fact, we may pull this away a little bit. Might even drop the stroke size a small amount. And yeah, somewhere around there looks good. Okay, so I'm going to push this guy up the top here so that the top of the A gets completed. Bring this one back a wee bit, and I'll just scrub back. So go down. I can see that a bit of the A is being revealed a little bit too early, so I might just compress that part of the stroke. Maybe not bring it up quite so far. We may even lose a few of these points. So this is all you need to do, really. So I'm just going to, I might even just get rid of that point. And we'll just pull these up a wee bit. Cool, that's pretty good. And I'm not too worried about this one. Maybe we can move it around a wee bit. Maybe push it up there. Now we might even just delete this point. Bring this one down. You can see that with different types of fonts, you're going to get a little bit of the edges of some letters revealed. It's not such a big deal. So this one here, we just need to move this up a wee bit, And we'll just compress this curve, just so we're not so much of this corner as being shown. I'm going to pull that in. That's better. Same thing here. Might just bring this down. And we'll tighten that curve up, so not so much of this is being revealed. Tighten that up, and tighten that up. Just got to find the balance there. Cool. And we might just drop this down maybe a little bit further. Okay, so let's play this one down now. Oh. Cool, okay. Just let an extra mask go in there. So that's not so bad. Now, what's going to happen if you've made your text too small, and in this case I'm not too worried about the size of the text here. This is going to be quite large on the screen, but if you've made your text too small, now you may feel like you could just scale the text, and yeah, you could do that. But what you can see is that the effect is kind of dependent on the original size of your piece. Now, we could try and scale this up. Maybe we'll go to about here, but to kind of compensate for that, we're going to need to push the brush size up. So it's going to have to go up quite a bit, and then what we may find is that as we play through the animation again, we may need to make some more adjustments to the to those points so that the edges of things don't get revealed even further. So if we're multiplying it by 2, then maybe multiply your brush stroke by 2 and just see how it looks. Maybe we need to go a little bit more, 25 let's say, and that doesn't look so bad. And when we play it down in real time, you don't notice so much of the little mistakes there, so it's not a big deal. Now the other way that we could achieve this, let me just fix this guy up here, he's going to annoy me a wee bit. Push that up, that's good. Now the other way that we could fix this up, if I just drop him back to 100% scale, and I think we had this set to 10 before. That's pretty good. I might just go 11. Now another way that we could scale this up without needing to adjust any properties here, if we pre-compose this layer to kind of bake that animation in. So if I go up to layer and then down to pre-compose, and we'll just say move all attributes to the new comp and go OK. Now what we can do is now scale this layer quite freely and not have to adjust any of those properties inside the comp. Now there's a limit to this really. You can see here that as I play back, the more that we scale, the text is starting to get a little bit fuzzy. So there's a limit to all of this, but really if I push my resolution to full, let that render down, we can get a reasonably good amount of scaling in here without needing to change any of the properties. So I'm going to scale that even a little bit more, and that's not so bad. We may not want to go much further than that. Cool. So we can soften this animation off if we reveal the keyframes using the U key. We need to go into the comp, of course. Press U and select the layer. Push the work area back out here. We can select these keyframes, right click on one of them and hit Easy Ease. That will just ease our stroke a little bit more. Lovely. So if we go back to our main comp here and I'll play this one down, you can see that the start of the stroke kind of eases into it and then it finishes with a nice little tail there. Now if we wanted to make this a little bit longer, we would simply need to go up to our composition settings, push this out to maybe 5 seconds long, and jump into the comp itself as well. Push this guy out to 5 as well. We will zoom out a wee bit, extend our layer out to the end of the comp, and again grab this keyframe and extend that out as well. And maybe we'll leave a little bit of breathing room at the other end. Go back to our main comp here, minus out, and we'll grab both of our layers and draw them out to the end of the comp. Let's play this one down. Cool. So have a go. Load up your own piece of font. Apply the mask. Apply your stroke effect. Tell the effect to use your mask. and then manipulate these properties to get your text to reveal. Thanks very much, and hope you enjoy that. Cheers.